Welcome to Mathlandia, the next wave in math education. This is my OER for A3 ETEC522 in July 2019. A little bit about myself. My name is Johnny Wu and I live in Vancouver, British Columbia. I currently teach at the Vancouver School Board. I've been there for 8 years. Currently I teach grade 7 at a school named Henderson Elementary, and I am doing my Master's of Educational Technology at the University of British Columbia. Today's topic will be math education and a little bit about my experience with it. I grew up in Taipei, Taiwan, and went to school there until grade 2. And math education in Asia is quite different. It is very rigorously practiced, and internationally, Asian countries generally do better at math achievements than countries in other parts of the world. And I also lived and worked in Japan teaching English there and got to know their education system in math quite well. And then the rest of my math education came in Canada after I immigrated here. And I currently teach Math 7, and the curriculum in Math 7 is what I'm focused on right now. So the main problem we're talking about today is that math is still a struggle for a lot of students. For our neighbors down south in America, it is a common notion that Americans aren't strong at math, consistently testing to the mid and bottom tier internationally. There's a widening gap between high school math and being prepared for college math. Numeracy for adults is very low. The U.S. started to integrate a new Common Core math program, which is a new type of math that attempts to explain math conceptually, but has been found very confusing. And essentially, math is still taught in the same abstract format as in the 1960s, using arbitrary word problems and numbers. And if we look at this following infographic, this is the PISA program for International Student Assessment, where 15-year-old students are taking math assessments across the board, and the United States has ranked 41st of all countries. So how do we improve math education and stop teaching math in confusing abstract worlds? Well, the solution is what I propose here. It's Mathlandia. It's a software aimed at math education in K-12 schools, a virtual reality game-based learning experience designed to help users learn math through virtual gameplay and immersing them in a mathland. This idea is inspired by Seymour Papert, professor and expert in educational technology, basically the inventor of everything good in education. And from reading his book, Mindstorms, came the idea that if you take a child and he's growing up in the United States or Canada, you're trying to teach him French, you're trying to teach him through textbooks and papers, he's not going to speak French very well. But take that same child and you put him in France, in the land of French, and he's truly immersed, he's going to pick up French a lot more easily because he's immersed in that language. Similarly, if you take the same child and you're trying to teach him math in an abstract math world using textbooks and papers, this child may or may not learn math very well. But if you take the same child and put him in a math land and completely immerse this person in math, then they're more likely to pick up math and understand it. So Mathlandia proposes a world where one would learn mathematics as naturally as one would learn French while growing up in France. This is a mixed reality application that augments the physical world with interactive mathematical concepts and annotations to create a real-life mathland. Using Mathland, people can collaboratively explore, experience, and experiment with mathematical phenomena in the real and physical environments using tangible objects. Mathland opens up new opportunities for mathematical learning using Papert's constructionist principles in an immersive environment that affords situated learning, embodied interaction, and playful constructionism. So what does an example lesson in Mathlandia look like? We'll talk about embodied and situated learning. Imagine a math lesson about double-digit addition where a child has to go into a candy store virtually and select double digits of certain candies at certain prices, walk up to a cashier with their virtual wallet and pay the correct amount and calculate the right amount of change, using that money to go and further purchase other things in other parts of Mathlandia. These are just a few examples. So is using VR in math education beneficial? Well, it does create a lot of visualizations for more math concepts that aren't always possible. There's more active participation and there's no language barrier. Furthermore, using virtual reality technology is innately more enjoyable and has more rewarding mechanisms. And VR education has shown to improve academic performances. But I think the most important aspect of using VR in math is the embodied experience when a person uses that technology and gains a first person perspective of a virtual world in doing math. And that fully immersive experience makes that person feel they're actually in that environment completing those math tasks. So, using virtual reality in math is not a new concept. There are other applications already out in the market. The main ones are VR Math, available for iOS and Android. Same with Arloon Geometry and Medieval Math. The another one is CalcFlow and is more geared towards university students. So, what is the competitive edge that differentiates Mathlandia from the rest of these other applications? Well, basically, Mathlandia will be the only platform that covers the entire math curriculum using real life simulated scenarios, creating a truly immersive experience. Most other VR based programs focus mostly on 3D shapes and geometry or first person shooting type games. I really think that the opportunity space for Mathlandia has a lot of potential. By the year 2025, immersive technologies in AR and VR will be as ubiquitous as mobile devices. And according to Market Brief Edweek, education is only second behind gaming in terms of investment opportunities for AR and VR. And so, with that, and nothing really dominating the math education market for VR, there's a lot of potential here for Mathlandia. In terms of how ready the market is for Mathlandia, I think virtual reality technology has a ways to go, but it's actually already here in education and ready for the taking. Education can really turn around math education with something like Mathlandia and overturn some of the poor academic achievements in math. In terms of Mathlandia being a mainstay in the market, there are already some competitors that have begun to seize small portions of the market in math, VR math education, but none of them, like I said, have really taken an approach to teaching math in an immersive environment that comprehensively covers the entire curriculum. So, if Mathlandia develops appropriately in that route, it has the potential to become a mainstay in education over the next 3 to 5 years. Thank you for listening to my presentation on Mathlandia.